halfway. That's where we stand right now. Halfway through the 2017 season. It's sad if you think about it, but also exciting at the same time. So many questions have been answered, but we now have new ones to be answered. I have a feeling the second half will be loads of fun. Welcome to Butts Talk. Live from Bluffton, South Carolina, I'm Nick Butts. Let's get started. Week 6 delivered the best football of the season so far. We had a huge upset and saw some legit playoff contenders. 3 things. 1. SEC championship, playoff quarterfinal. It's going to be an undefeated Georgia versus undefeated Alabama. Winner takes the conference title and a playoff spot. 2. The Apple Cup. Wazoo at UW, playoff quarterfinal. Both will hopefully be undefeated at 11-0. The winner going to the Pac-12 championship and possibly the playoff. 3. This is the year we see more than one undefeated team in the playoff. I think actually all 4 playoff teams could be undefeated this year. I went a crispy 5-0 on my picks last week. I'm now 19-6 on the year. Not too bad, I'd say. My picks this week. Number 10, Auburn, a 7-point favorite at LSU. That game is 3:30 on CBS. Tigers versus Tigers. Auburn has looked insane the last few weeks, just killing their opponents. They've been destroying everyone. LSU hasn't looked so insane, especially after that home loss to Troy, but that win at Florida sure boosted their confidence. Auburn's offense this year, I've never thought I would say this, is just way too explosive. They'll go down to Baton Rouge and hand the Bayou Bengals another home loss. But at least it won't be to a Sunbelt team. Number 12, Oklahoma, a 7.5-point favorite versus Texas at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. 3:30 on ESPN. The Red River Showdown. I like Red River Shootout better, but, it is what it is. As many of you know, OU lost at home to Iowa State. Oof. Texas has been trending upward since their loss to USC in double overtime. Now, on paper, Oklahoma should win this one easily, but something tells me that Texas is going to steal this one, and yes, remain undefeated in league play. I've got the Longhorns. Georgia Tech at number 11 Miami. Miami a 6-point favorite at home. 3:30 on ABC. This one is for control of the ACC Coastal. Miami picked up that huge win last week at FSU, while Georgia Tech squared off against the Fightin' Buys of Open Date U, who are just insanely good. They've never lost a football game, ever. Tech is 1 point away from being undefeated, and they've looked very solid in all aspects. That said, the game is at Hard Rock Stadium. It's going to be tough to go beat a good Miami team at home. So the Canes win this one, and eventually the Coastal. Number 25, Navy at Memphis. Memphis a 3.5-point favorite at home. 3:45 on ESPNU. The Midshipmen have strung together a 5-0 record, while the Tigers are at 4-1. This is a statement game for Navy and the American. If they can escape Memphis at 6-0, they'll be a legit New Year's 6 contender. Navy wins a very close game. Should be fun to watch. Utah at number 13 USC. SC a 12.5-point favorite at home. 8 o'clock ABC. Utah was undefeated. Then they choked last week. SC was undefeated too. Now this game has kind of lost its relevancy in my book. It's crazy how Sam Darnold is still a top draft prospect, especially after he's played fairly bad so far. Nonetheless, SC is just a better, more complete team than the Utes, and it's at the Coliseum, so really, how could I not pick the Trojans? My top 4 in order: 1, Clemson, 2, Alabama, 3, Georgia, and 4, TCU. It's really based off body of work and domination. My next 2, 5, Penn State, 6, Washington State. Again, body of work. My Heisman pick is Still Saquon Barkley, but Bryce Love, I'll tell you what, is on the rise, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I've got for tonight. Thanks for listening. I'm Nick Butts. This is Butts Talk. Good night.